We got a slow week in Slater's deck logs. On the 19th of September, 1944, we find her still moored portside to dock number 2 at the Bayonne Navy Yard in Bayonne, New Jersey. With morning muster, Seaman First Class Gobbet was found to be absent, and with every day, the clocks and chronometers were wound, a practice we still continue today in 2022. At 21:10, Seaman First Class Vanson was injured while passing ammunition. Whatever he was handling seems to have chipped some paint off a bulkhead, which then landed under his eyelid. Pharmacist mate First Class Miller treated him for cornea irritation, and the day ended with 2 new crew members reporting for duty: Quartermaster Third Class Puck and Ship's Cook Third Class McFarland. The next morning, USS Carter DE-112 moored herself starboard side to port side of Slater. Lieutenant Wagner departed for 3 days of leave, and Seaman First Class Gobbet was still absent from morning muster. Seaman Second Class Piccolo and Motor Machinist Mate Third Class Burroughs were transferred to the Naval Hospital for treatment, and later that night, Seaman Second Class Dean reported aboard for duty. On the 21st, Chief Yeoman Scarborough was found to be absent over leave. Pharmacist Mate First Class Miller left for 3 days of leave, and new crew members Fireman Second Class Katsanis, Fireman First Class Byron, and Pharmacist Mate Third Class Nadelman reported for duty. Friday the 22nd, Carter remained moored to Slater. With morning muster, Fireman Second Class Woods was added to the absent list, but he returned shortly after, having been absent over leave by 5 hours. After 15 minutes of dock trials, Seaman First Class Havens reported for duty. Nothing of note seemed to have happened on the 23rd, other than the normal day-to-day activities. And on the morning of the 24th, Pfaff and Wagner returned from their authorized leave, and everything else was normal. The final day of the week, Gobbet returned to the ship. 5 days, 15 hours, and 20 minutes late. Seaman Second Class Tuning and Motor Machinist Mate First Class Rosenstock also returned late. 6 hours, 16 minutes. At 0620, Lieutenant Commander Borum of the United States Coast Guard came aboard to act as pilots, as Slater prepared to get underway. 20 minutes later, Slater shifted berths to the Leonardo dock in Earl, New Jersey, and after mooring, Steward First Class Dillard was found to be absent at his quarters. At the same time, Captain's Mast was held. Motor Machinist Mate First Class Rosenstock lost 15 liberties for being absent over leave. Seaman Second Class Tuning also lost 15 liberties. Seaman Second Class Gobbet was ordered to receive a summary court-martial for being absent over 5 days. Fireman First Class Woods was found to be in possession of another sailor's ID and attempted to go away without leave. He is to receive a deck court. Motor Machinist Mate Third Class Hardin was found to have in his possession 2 ID cards and would also receive a deck court. When this was completed, ammunition began to be received. But be sure to pause the video here if you want to read exactly what was received. When all this was completed, Slater got underway from the Leonardo Pier, bound for Casco Bay, Maine. Pilot Lieutenant Commander Borum left the ship at 1814, and Slater proceeded north. Slater will spend the next week in Casco Bay, Maine, training with fellow destroyer escorts before returning to New York City in her first North Atlantic convoy on the 6th of October. Continue tuning in to learn more about life aboard a destroyer escorts, and consider subscribing and following us on Facebook for daily updates from the museum.